This is Jim Rockford. At the tone, leave your name and message. I'll get back to you.
Jim, it's Shirley at the cleaners. You know that brown jacket? The one I said looks so great on you? Your favorite? We lost it.
If Jim Rockford was using Young's Dry Cleaning, wouldn't have had that problem. Yeah, you right. Corey Johnson back at you. The neutral ground, because of the Christmas holidays, will not be seen or heard today. Instead, reruns of the Rockford Files. You're having none of that, eh, Mr. Drew Brees, number 9? I'm digging it. Sounds good to me. We'll go with the neutral ground. Corey Johnson back at you. Yeah, you right. Jason, a.k.a. the Raging Cajun, a.k.a. the Man in Black. He wish he was a heat magnet this weekend. He's at the controls fielding your phone calls via the Rouse's Markets phone lines. Yeah, you getting ready to hunker down over the weekend? Over 60 Rouse's Markets. They've been doing it for over 60 years. They got all the goods you need to hunker down during this cold weekend. Yeah, a lot of folks will just be indoors for 3 days straight, Friday through Monday, basically, avoiding this ridiculous cold. Rouse's has all the goodies for you. You can call this program via the Rouse's Markets phone lines, 504-766-9480, 766-9480. Thanks so much for finding us. Maybe you're tooling around the metro area. You know, I doubt if you go down Causeway towards the lake, that turning lane on the 17th Street has a lot of traffic right now. Boy, does that get crazy, huh? Coming down Causeway from the river towards the lake, you cross over the I-10, you're continuing towards the lake, and all the folks in that left lane getting into that 17th Street, kind of the road behind Lakeside Mall, that turning lane. L Night Mario. I don't know what's worse, that or the Veterans exit itself off the I-10. I shouldn't say the I-10. It's off the I-10 and off the Causeway. It'd be the Causeway exit off I-10. It would be Veterans off of Causeway, same road. All funnels into that road. And then they took away the U-turn. Used to be able to U-turn before Veterans if you wanted to get on the service road. I don't know if you've noticed, the service road has no traffic on it anymore. You want to know why? Because they got rid of the service lane. The U-turn that puts you on the service road, I should say. You could take that service road and then cut over Severn, cut over whatever street you needed and get to Vets without all the traffic lights and the nightmare. But that U-turn lane, silly to get rid of that. There was no need. I get it. You got 2 lanes coming off of Vets, turning right on the Causeway. You got the Orleans and Metri exit right there on the I-10 or entrance on I-10. I get it all. It's a little more congested. Doesn't mean you have to get rid of the turning lane. But my goodness, if they would have kept the U-turn lane, they probably would have put up a light, which would have been even more of a nightmare. How about the unnecessary traffic lights in New Orleans? I was on Tulane Avenue, crossing over, on Broad Street, crossing over Tulane towards Uptown, right before the Broad overpass. I guess that is, Broad and Gravier, by the old Falstaff Brewery, now the Falstaff Apartments, by the traffic court, by the jail. It's a traffic light right there for absolutely no reason at all. Boy, the Bucktown traffic lights, what's up with that? First off, I don't think you need the traffic light at West Esplanade and Lake. Jason, West Esplanade at Lake, is that traffic light really needed? Probably not. You could argue that one. I don't think it's needed. The other two, the one on whatever that is, Lake and Old Hammond Highway, definitely not needed at all, 110%, right?
Now if you're walking across it.
Well, no, if you're walking, you might want a traffic light, but then you could just have maybe something like that. The push button thing for when you, and it would, like the fire department, it only would go red if someone was crossing. I mean, that's a ridiculous light there, just waiting and waiting. And then there's one at the parish line too, by Station 6, by Mama Ty or whatever. But it's just ridiculous. Insane. Unnecessary traffic lights of New Orleans. You know, I was talking a while back about when you go up by the lakefront. This was like your boy Harvey, the old lakefront director. Just a total scam artist, like an Edwin Edwards Alario type. You know those bridges they built? 2 bridges over by Lakefront Airport connecting like the airport to Hain Boulevard. And then connecting the Seabrook Bridge to Hain. I mean, I like it. I think it's convenient. But when I go over it, I'm one of 9 cars all day. Could you imagine one of those bridges, say at, I don't know, Carrollton at Earhart? Or how about Airline at Clearview? How about Airline at Clearview? You think one of those bridges would get a little bit more use out there? Corey Johnson with you. Wide Open Wednesday. Yeah, you're right. You know what I love about Wide Open Wednesday? You're the show producer. Whatever you want to discuss. Anything at all. Could be bridges, could be Artemis rocket, could be Kennedy assassination. A lot of JFK information released means absolutely nothing. I saw something on Twitter. Oliver Stone, not that crazy or wrong, huh? No. Crazy and always wrong, yes. Total nonsense, the JFK movie. We'll talk about anything on a Wide Open Wednesday because you're the show producer. Ideally, what Wide Open Wednesday's about? Not the puff of smoke by the grassy knoll with the Kennedy assassination 60 years ago, but things like important things that are today's topics that maybe are being ignored locally or ignored nationally or not being discussed enough, or maybe you don't think being discussed at all. You're the show producer. Rouse's Markets phone lines 504-766-9480. 504-766-9480. Love to hear from you. Holiday season, Christmas Sunday, Woodhouse Day Spa today. Guys, get to the Woodhouse Day Spa. Go into that lobby area, the foyer area. Get someone to help you and load up one of those bags from the Woodhouse with candles and bath salts and moisturizers, all these things she will love. And what she'll really love is the effort, the thought, as much as the gift itself. And then get her that full-blown day of relaxation gift card. 4 area Woodhouse Day Spa locations to do it. Convenience. They're in Mid-City, Canal Street at Carrollton. They're in Metairie near North Kenner, West Esplanade at Transcontinental. They're on the North Shore, I-10 at Gauze and Slidell. Coming soon, Amandaville Woodhouse Day Spa, early next year. And, of course, the Woodhouse Day Spa Baton Rouge location by the Mall of Louisiana. You can take a virtual tour. You can actually print your own gift certificates online. NOLA.woodhousespas.com. It's crunch time, guys. Some of you are stressing out. What am I going to get her? Is she going to like it? Get her a day of relaxation at the Woodhouse Day Spa, and she's going to love it. The premier day spa experience in New Orleans. It is exactly what she wants. NOLA.woodhousespas.com. I got you jump started. I got 50 big bucks, $25. That'd be nice. $50. That's really nice. $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates available for nada, for nothing, except an answer from you to one of our trivia questions. Let's see. If I could read what I wrote. Late 50s, early 60s hotel name where the Chick-fil-A is located. The Chick-fil-A on Carrollton at Tulane. It was the parking lot essentially for what hotel? Give me the hotel name in the late 50s, early 60s. And what was the major cause of that hotel's demise? What was the major cause of that hotel's demise? There's one thing that was the major thing that stands out more than anything. It's not poor management. What was the name of that hotel, late 50s, early 60s, on Tulane and Carrollton, the parking lot where that new Chick-fil-A is. And by the way, that Chick-fil-A is like a parking lot. It's jam-packed. I drove by there today. And I think no indoor dining, at least they locked the door. I saw people at the walk-up window ordering. It's cold. You figured they would have gone inside. So that's my guesstimation. What was the cause of that hotel's demise? And before it was a hotel, what was on that spot where El Chick-fil-A is on Tulane and Carrollton Avenue? Corey Johnson with you. Do you need heat help? Your AC? I'm talking heat. River City's Total Maintenance, NOLAAC.com. You need heat help? NOLAAC.com.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, the premier day spa experience, now with 4 area locations. Canal at Carrollton, on the North Shore and Slidell, in Baton Rouge by the Mall of Louisiana, and now in Metairie, West Esplanade at Transcontinental. The Woodhouse Day Spa.
When you think of Fury's restaurant in Metairie, you think about fresh local fish like flounder, snapper, and speckled trout, fried, broiled, or grilled. Fury's restaurant in Metairie.
For home surveillance, it's Tommy's Lock and Alarms. With high-definition night vision surveillance systems, letting you see what's going on. Home surveillance that's smart, safe, secure. Tommy's Lock and Alarms. Google them.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com. Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, full or part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof, now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anywhere. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
When a young man comes in and they walk into our store and you can see they're a little intimidated. Last week, I saw the young man. I said, "Hey, what can I do to give you a hand?" And he said, "Well, I'm here for an engagement ring, but I don't think I'm in the right place." So I got him to my desk, and within an hour, he had purchased an engagement ring, had spent $1,000, and he was treated like he spent a lot more, and I'm sure we have a customer for life. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day, by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. NOLAAC.com, your blue spots. NOLAAC.com, your blue spots.
Ukraine President Zelenskyy in Washington, D.C., visiting President Joe Biden, who had a well-written speech but had like 2 or 3 blunders, which I'm sure Fox and other outlets will make fun of. He just kind of bumbles through these things. It's hard listening or watching Joe Biden. I don't have anything against Joe Biden. I'm like, worst president ever. I don't think all that. I don't think Joe Biden's the greatest president. I think he's rebounded a little bit. But no, Joe Biden, it's all relative. But Joe Biden is getting older, and his, brain and cognitive functions are, I don't know, slowing down a little, bogging down a little. Nothing that like concerns me with major decisions. Like he'll wake up in the middle of the night and push the button and launch nuclear missiles. I'm not worried about that for a millisecond. I think he is fully aware of everything that's going down, but I think he's also got to be a little, has to show restraint, because I guarantee he gets aggravated when he makes these little blunders. But anyway, a decent speech, except for a few of the mistakes. Zelenskyy speaking as well through a translator. That's at the White House. Tonight, Zelenskyy will address Congress. A few billion more dollars. It's going to end up being close to $100 billion in U.S. money. Taxpayer money's going to Ukraine. It's more than Ukraine, though, right? It's more than democracy in Europe. It's those things. It's weakening Russia militarily. We're at war with Russia indirectly. Ukraine is the vehicle. Let's head to the phone lines. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 504-766-9480, 766-9480. We go to River Ridge. James joins us. Hola, James.
Hello, Corey.
What's happening, man?
Pelican Stadium, Fontainebleau Hotel.
All right, let's take it one at a time, one question only. What was the late 50s, early 60s hotel's name? Would you say the Fontainebleau?
The Fontainebleau?
It wasn't the Fountain Bay Club?
No, I don't think so. It might have been Motor Motel even.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was like Fountain Blue Motor Hotel. That might have been right. What was it? It was sort of the copycat of the Florida, the Miami Hotel.
Not familiar with the Florida Hotel.
Are you familiar with the James Bond movies?
Which one?
Goldfinger.
Oh, yeah.
You remember when Goldfinger was playing poker and he had his buddy on the balcony with the binoculars?
With binoculars.
Nick Nack, whatever that dude's name is, with the the Abraham Lincoln top hat that had like a saw blade in it. That dude, I think that hotel was like the Fontainebleau or something like it in Miami. Bigger, more glamorous. I think it curved. It had like a bend in it. It's like a horseshoe type design. 2 buildings that formed a big C, I guess. Anyway, I think that's what the Fontainebleau Hotel was based off of, like a Miami hotel. And you're right, Motor Lodge. I think you're right, James. You are correct.
Yeah, you're right.
Ding, ding, ding. What do we have for her, Johnny?
I think it became the Fountain Bay Club. They added that like cover where you could drive up in front. They put tennis courts and made it like a tennis club and hotel. They tried a lot of things to try to revive it. The ballroom to rent out, but it finally just went away as a hotel.
Storage units there for a while. Huh?
Yes, it's still storage and band practice rooms. Sidney Torres now owns the whole corner. He leases the land to the Chick-fil-A, owns the hotel, and owns the apartment building.
Yeah, I went to high school with Sidney's father.
Oh, wow. Down in DeParish, I guess?
De La Salle.
Oh, Sidney's dad went to De La Salle?
Class of 64.
He's not a Chalmette guy?
He's a Chalmette guy, but he went to De La Salle. He's a Cavalier.
Made the commute. I guess that's like old Hank Larcella living in Harahan and going to,
Tennessee.
Ninth Ward and going to Holy Cross. So Some folks made the trek across town. Yep. I didn't know he was a De La Salle boy. Nice.
Was he an All-American at Tennessee?
He was an All-American at Tennessee and runner-up for the Heisman.
I didn't know that.
Yep, number 2.
I got a Bill Tripoli story for you.
Holy smokes, James. You're going way back. That was an old sponsor of the program 20 years ago, probably. An old Midas shop on Airline by Green Acres near St. Martin's High School. I've recently driven by there. It is fully redesigned into like 4 different, the 4 bays are 4 different like strip mall rental units. It looks like there's going to be like, I don't know, like probably like a cellular shop, you know, a vaping store. I don't know what they're going to have there, but it looks like a 4-plex for commercial rental now, James. But go on with the Bill Tripoli Midas story, a sponsor from years ago.
Well, you know, upon your recommendation, my son had trouble with his brakes. I said, well, let's go see Bill. Corey likes him.
Yep.
So we pull up there, and Bill's got his assistant, and he says he popped the hood up, and he looks under the hood. His assistant looks under the hood, and he says, "Oh, I know what the problem is. You don't have any brake fluid." And so Bill looked at him, and he said, "Well, why don't you get your ASS under there and find out why it doesn't have any brake fluid?"
That's funny.
Yeah.
They fixed the problem?
Yes, they did.
I wonder where Bill is now. I haven't seen Bill in, I bet, a decade.
Wow, I hope he's still on this planet.
Me too. He used to have a nice Mustang souped up, couple of race cars. You know, Bill Tripoli was a Ford guy. You know, you're either Ford or GM or Dodge. He loved Ford. Yeah, Bill Tripoli Midas on Airline. Man, that brings back great memories, James. I'd spend a lot of time in there while my car was getting fixed and sit there and talk to the guys. I learned about, camber and, you know, with a different alignment for the front of the car.
Uh-huh.
You know, the toe in, toe out, all this different stuff. I used to sit there and rap with those guys. Yep. I liked learning all that stuff. Anyway, cool, James. Nice memories. Great call. Bill Tripoli Midas. And you even picked up a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate with the fountain blow answer.
Yes, sir.
You're the man. Thanks, James.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. All that good stuff. That's James in River Ridge. Boy, a lot of good stuff. The memories with Bill Tripoli. Yeah, sponsor. I'm telling you, 20 years ago on the show. 20 years ago. No, he was great. Fair, honest guy. Auto repairs, service. Rare. The Chick-fil-A in the late 50s, early 60s, the hotel name, Fontainebleau. James and River Ridge nailing that one. What was the major cause of that hotel's demise? I just mentioned all the different, you know, names and variations it went under, trying to stay alive, trying to stay relevant, and then just went out finally. James mentioned it's storage, band rooms, apartment building, not a hotel. What was the major cause of the hotel's failure, hotel's demise? Give me the answer to that. I got 50 big bucks for you at the Woodhouse Day Spa. And what was at the hotel site before it was hotel? I think a hotel like 58, 59, 1960. That era opened up as a hotel. What was there before the hotel? Give me the answer to that. 50 big bucks. Woodhouse Day Spa just in time for the holidays. Hey, guys, it's what she wants. A day of relaxation at the Woodhouse Day Spa. That's what she wants. Rouse's Markets phone lines 504-766-9480. 504-766-9480. Hey, thanks so much for finding us on the radio. Oh, so fine. 93.9 FM every weekday 4 to 6. Oh, so fine. 93.9. You can also check us out on New Orleans' own 107.9 FM. TV till 5:30. A simulcast of the radio program on TV live right now. Cox Channel 4 all over Louisiana till 5:30. Spectrum Channel 333 all over Louisiana till 5:30. Yeah, you right. Thanks for checking us out, not only in Metro New Orleans, Metro Baton Rouge, Metro Lafayette. Lots of towns and cities all over the state. Yeah, you right, on TV. Live streaming, smartphone, computer, laptop. Take us wherever you might be. CoreyTalks.com. And yeah, we're on YouTube. We're on YouTube. Yeah, you right. Heading to the North Shore, Slidell. Ryan joins us on the program. What up, Ryan?
Hey, how are y'all?
Doing well, man. What's happening in Slidell?
Nothing. I'm on the way to Sportsman's Warehouse to get a Swiss Army knife for my little brother for Christmas. I hope he hears this.
Nice, man. Those are always cool. Those are neat. The toothpick, the tweezers, that little scissors will cut your finger off.
Yes, sir, to make them sharp.
Yeah, they do make them sharp. Those are cool knives. What's on your mind, Ryan?
Well, I wanted to try to answer your question.
Which one?
Oh, about where Fontainebleau is now, what it used to be.
Yeah, what was it?
And okay, so first of all, you had the question. You had two-part question.
Yeah, but I only want one. Only answer one. Either what it used to be, or what was the major cause of its demise.
Yeah. So good call on that. So the second one is actually one I'm sharper on. So
the major cause of its demise.
No, well, I had a story about that from an uncle that I shouldn't share.
Well, no, wait, hang on, Ryan. I want to hear the story from your uncle. Don't go anywhere. That's Ryan in Slidell. We're coming to him next. And Tim in Destrehan, we're coming to you too.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Tommy's Lock and Alarms is now hiring service and installation technicians. Great benefits, great pay, take-home vehicle. Apply today. Tommy'sLockandAlarms.com.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
Kanye West was seen shopping at Super Discount Store in Chalmette.
I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney, Nike, Google.
Okay, I think Kanye was talking about something else entirely. Super Discount Store on Paris Road in Chalmette.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamar Automotive Complex is something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We're doing all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the calamari fritti or spaghetti and meatballs. Lunch Monday to Friday, dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets, a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro.
For us, it's really relationships. And if you care about the relationship, you're going to do the right thing for the customer all the time. When we're in design process of a custom-made piece, I have a test that says, if I wouldn't give this to my wife, I think we should pass and start over. If it's not perfect, it's going back to the shop. We're going to start all the way over. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
Enjoy outdoor dining on the streetcar line, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe, the finest in Middle Eastern cuisine, Carrollton at Jeanette, Lebanon's Cafe.
Custom window treatments can enhance the look and value of your home. At Helm Paint and Decorating, we're proud to offer custom plantation-style window shutters by Scandia. Perfect for any window, including large frames, French doors, sliding doors, and arches. American-made SL300 shutters are available in many colors to match your personal decor. We'll come out to measure, and you'll receive fast delivery. Plus, they're virtually maintenance-free.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Helm Paint and Supply.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Yeah, you right. Corey Johnson with you. Wide Open Wednesday edition of the program where you're the show producer. Ryan, I didn't mean to cut you off. Continue, please.
Hey, no worries. I don't really know how much I can share, and I know we're public live here, so I won't be saying anything off color. But I did hear one story, and my guess is that this fine establishment fell due to prostitution.
The hotel did.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I guess that would be a byproduct of the real answer to the question. What was the major cause of the hotel's demise? And yeah, prostitution would be one of the incidentals of that. But I like your thinking, Ryan. So I'm going to tighten you up with a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate.
Thank you so much. Well, where do I pick that up?
We're going to end up getting some info from you in a second, and we'll end up mailing that to you right to your door. What was your anecdote? Do you have some prostitution story, Ryan? And we don't want to go off color.
It was a relative, and I won't be sharing anything. I think he might have said. Well, I just couldn't share too much, but that was my general stab at it.
I've got a good story. The Home Plate Inn, which was a bar restaurant across from the Chick-fil-A from the Fontainebleau Hotel on Tulane.
Oh, my gosh.
It was during the Swaggart era, and Jimmy Swaggart, he just got busted by that, other preacher with the prostitute on Airline Highway, and I think Penthouse Magazine had a spread of the prostitute. And someone I know was in the Home Plate Inn, and one of the characters in the Home Plate Inn all the time's like, hey, how much is Swaggart worth? And one of the guys like, I don't know, millions of dollars. He goes, we go to the same woman. Anyway, that was that story. That's 100% true story, not the New Orleans character trying to make a joke. Literally asking, right. Hey, wow, we share the same woman, and he's worth all that money. Ryan, don't go anywhere. Going to get some info and get you a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. Thanks so much for calling. That's Ryan in Slidell. Jason, a.k.a. the Ragin' Cajun's going to get some info from him. Tim is in Destrehan. Then it's Lonnie in New Orleans. What up, Tim?
How you doing, Corey?
Good. Yourself?
I'm doing good. I knew it was at the Fontainebleau Hotel before it was... Am I saying that right? Yeah, I know it was at the in place at that place where the Fontainebleau Hotel was.
Like pre-1958, you're saying?
Yes, sir.
Wow, before I was born. Sounds like before you were born.
Right, and then I have also some information about the Home Plate Inn.
Oh, cool. What was there before? I guess we're giving it away with that second name of that business, that establishment. What was there before the hotel, Tim?
Pelican Stadium.
Yeah, Pelican Stadium. You are correct. Correct.
And then before it was Pelican Stadium was my grandpa's restaurant, and the name of the restaurant was the Home Plate Inn. And then when Pelican Stadium was built, he moved directly across the street.
You got to be kidding me. Wow.
No.
I mean, when was that? Like 1920s it was built?
No, it had to be, I think it was sometime in the 30s.
Okay. They moved the grandstand down the street from, I think it was across the street from Jesuit, if I'm not mistaken. And they moved
Again, I'm sorry.
I think the stadium originally was on Banks and Carrollton, and they moved the grandstands by horse and buggy down the street and built the new stadium there. What was the name of your dad's? Was it Home Plate Inn back then?
Home Plate Inn, yes, sir.
Even when it was on Tulane and Carrollton where the stadium was?
As far as I know, yes, sir. My mom is her dad was Matthew Lerman Sr.
Lerman.
And then his son, my mom's brother, Matthew Lerman Jr. worked there also.
Oh, yeah, I knew.
But as far as I know, the whole time it was the Home Plate Inn.
Well, I mean, I guess that would be named after the stadium that was a few blocks down at Banks, Home Plate, right down the street. And then it really became appropriate when it was across the street. Yeah, I remember that as a kid. You had that with that Needleworks, that like crochet shop. You remember that?
I don't, but I have many pictures and things like that. Memorabilia from my uncle Matthew Lerman. He was a ball boy for the Pelicans, and then I don't know. I'm pretty sure you know him, Vincent Rizzo. I believe he was one of the managers or the general manager from the Pelicans.
Yeah, I think you're right on the money, Tim. My dad and uncle grew up in that neighborhood. My uncle was actually like the PA announcer at Pelican Stadium for a while. He would catch for some of the pitchers when they were warming up in the bullpen. I mean, this is like, 50s. Pretty cool stuff.
And I have the megaphone. My grandfather would sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" at standing on home plate.
Wow.
I have pictures of that and
That's
stuff
insane.
like that. But yeah, I remember working there as a kid and serving your dad soft drinks and stuff like that.
Oh, my dad loved the Home Plate Inn and loved Pelican Stadium. That was his life, man, growing up.
Yep. And there were, like you said, there were plenty characters coming in and out of that place.
Come on, Clem and all those characters. Or you can't get Clem. That says it all. The guy's name's Clem. Come on.
Yep.
No, the Home Plate Inn was all characters, New Orleans characters, old school.
Absolutely.
Hey, Tim, hang on, all right?
Okay, thank you, man.
Thank you. Great memories. Tim and Destrehan, hold on. Don't go anywhere. Going to tighten you up with a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. Lonnie is in New Orleans. Hey, Lonnie.
Hey, Corey, how you doing?
Doing well. Yourself?
Doing good. I just want to say one little thing you said about that overpass out there by the airport.
Yep.
And they built that for Ballard's when that casino was out there. Because they thought they were going to have a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
That was their purpose for that one.
South Shore Harbor and the casino. Yep. Easier access. That was that. What was it? Richard Harvey was that clown that ran the levee board?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that Joker was like an Hilario Edwin Edwards type, in the gig more for himself than for, civic duty.
Yeah. And when Ballard's, sold off after Katrina, whenever that was, they had no traffic, but that's what it was built for, they said.
Yep. Unnecessary, so many other places that needed a bridge. Maybe you wait till the casino is established, it's working, and then you're like, man, maybe we'll widen the road or we'll build a bridge. Have you been back up in there lately, Lonnie?
Oh, yeah, I live on the lakefront out here, and I went over it like 2 weeks ago, and coming back at night, nobody. It's just a long stretch of nothing.
Are there boats at South Shore Harbor? Are there sailboats there?
Yeah, they still have boats at the harbor.
But nothing at the casino site and no entertainment or anything out there.
No, all that's vacant. They still have the buildings because it was on a barge.
Right.
But
the main building that you'd enter like to get to the boat.
Exactly. Those buildings there, but there was no activity out there whatsoever.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's insane. It's sad that New Orleans East, Lonnie. I mean, it's like a lump of clay. There's that should be like West End. That should be condos and apartments, and on the first few floors, like restaurants, and maybe the second floor, like law offices, businesses. It should if they marketed that right, there would be private investors that would bend over backwards to build on the lake, on the water, because they know people would want to be there. And we ignore this stuff, all that infrastructure, and we ignore it, Lonnie. It's mind blowing.
Oh yeah, that's a perfect spot because you look out there. It's kept up real nice. That'd be a perfect spot for development. I mean, ideal.
Yep. And then Hain Boulevard bums me out that, this great flood protection and levee, and it's not really people friendly. It should have been like walking path, jogging path, lit up benches, inviting people to come out of the neighborhood, cross Hain Boulevard, especially with those insanely long traffic lights on Crowder, Reed, Bullard. You got a lot of time to cross the street, but there's no reason to go because there's not real friendly people access. A steep walk up the wall. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, not even costing more to build, Lonnie, just making it people friendly. Wouldn't have cost a penny more.
That's a beautiful spot out there by the water.
It's beautiful. It is. Yep.
Maybe one day they'll do something.
Yep. Hey, Lonnie, because I like the conversation and it's holiday season, I'm going to tighten you up. Get your lady a $50 Woodhouse disc. I'm going to get you a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. I sound like Joe Biden. You can give it to your lady. All right.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hang on, Lonnie. Don't go anywhere. I sound like Joe Biden. Jason, I'm butchering everything. You get the Woodhouse, you give lady, the lady gives it to Ukraine is for war. I mean, the Russians are for war. Carol joins us on the program. Carol, it's Joe Biden.
I'm here.
Hello.
I'm Carol Harrell from Metairie.
Carol from Metairie. It's Corey Johnson from New Orleans.
Okay, listen, this is what I wanted to tell you. What I remember on that corner of Carrollton and Tulane Avenue was the Jacks girls, all baseball team.
The Jacks girls played at Pelican Stadium?
Well, I don't know if it was, I don't remember that. I remember the girls playing. An all-girl was the first time we ever heard of an all-girl baseball team.
Wow, and it was sponsored by Jack's
And
Brewery?
I'm 92, so we lived on Grand Route St. John at that time, and that's quite a while back.
That is quite a while back. The Jack's Brewery, I guess, sponsored the ladies' baseball team.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct.
Carol, I always love you calling the program. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Corey Johnson with you. That's Carol in Metairie. Corey with you from New Orleans.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
If you love Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City, you're going to love Bienvenue in Harahan. The same folks bringing a little of that New Orleans flavor to Hickory Avenue. If you love Katie's, come to Bienvenue on Hickory Avenue in Harahan.
Being a part of people's lives, from an engagement ring to a wedding band. Before you know it, the wedding day is here and groom and bride are exchanging gifts on that day. And not too long after that, there's baby gifts to have. And I just enjoy being part of other people's family, saying, Mr. Friend did my engagement ring and he did my mom and dad's engagement ring. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
Rouse's Markets means convenience. Every one of our 65 locations opens at 7 a.m., some at 6:30, and they're open until 10 p.m., with some staying open till 11 or even midnight. Convenience. Rouse's Markets. Tastes like home.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day, by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
For over 30 years, one of the premier security companies in New Orleans and South Louisiana has been Tommy's Lock and Alarms. And right now, Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring. Come and work for one of the best security companies in the region with great pay, great benefits, and a take-home vehicle. Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring, and they're looking for you. To apply for one of these coveted positions, go online to tommyslockанdalarms.com. Tommy's Lock and Alarms.
Have a painting project but can't decide on the perfect color? At Helm Paint and Decorating, we offer half-pint paint samples in any Benjamin Moore color for under $5, so you can test potential paint colors before investing in a full gallon.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamar team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamar Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
Which Metro New Orleans area restaurant made CNN's top 50 in America and ThrillList.com's top 25 and has served presidents at the White House for over 40 years? Trey Yen in Mandeville.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
The city's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa with 4 area locations: New Orleans, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and Metairie. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. NOLA.woodhousespas.com.
Recently, Kim Kardashian was seen at Super Discount Store in Chalmette.
Let's party.
Can you think of any other celebrities that won't sue us? Super Discount Store in Chalmette. The lowest prices allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and cold beer. 3235 Paris Road.
Yeah, you right, Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson with you on a wide open Wednesday edition of the program. Thanks so much for joining us. Low 50s right now. Tomorrow, it'll be about 66, 67 degrees at this time tomorrow in 24 hours. High 60s, mid to high 60s. And then over about a 24, 30-hour period, about a 40, maybe even 40 plus degree drop from 67 to 27. Saturday, the low is 25 in New Orleans. On the South Shore, Orleans Parish, Jefferson Parish, the low is 25. The high is 37. On Saturday, the high is 37 degrees in New Orleans. Ouch. We'll dip below freezing on Saturday night. We'll do it again on Sunday night. Then we'll come out of the deep freeze and thaw out pretty nicely. It's going to be sunny from like Sunday through late next week. And we'll definitely come out of this insane freezing temps. Now, what is weird is it's like 50 right now. We're not going down to, 32, 30, 28, 25 degrees. We're going up tomorrow to like almost 70, 65 plus. And then the bottom falls out. It's a roller coaster ride. Absolutely crazy. Hey, I was mentioning earlier, if you need heat help over the weekend, it could be Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, Christmas night, and it's below freezing and your heat goes out. Don't stress out. Don't sleep in the cold. That's dangerous. Don't go to the in-laws. Don't check into a hotel. NOLAAC.com. Go to River City's Total Maintenance. They'll get the heat working again. 841-3300. Easy number to remember, 841-3300. Even easier website to remember. If you need heat help, weekday, weekend, overnight, or holiday, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Christmas night, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, New Year's night, You need heat help? NOLAAC.com. They come immediately. If your heat's not working right over the holidays, NOLAAC.com. River City's Total Maintenance will take care of it. Ukraine President Zelenskyy in D.C. visiting with the president. About 45 minutes ago or so, an hour ago, they were holding a joint press conference, taking questions from the media after a statement. Tonight, Zelenskyy, I don't know if it's 6:30 Central or 7:30 Central. I think it's 7:30 Central, I think. Tonight, Zelenskyy will address a joint group of Congress, Democrats, Republicans, the House, and the Senate. President Zelenskyy in D.C. I mean, does he fly back to Ukraine directly? Does he fly back to close to the border and they drive him in? Do they fly in multiple planes? Got to be dangerous to travel in and out of Ukraine. A UNO student, 24 years old, Noah Hansard, an attempted robbery, a murder attempt, Cruz Matute, or Matute, 16 years old. DA Jason Williams said the crime was heinous enough. He's going to try him as adult. The time window has passed. He'll be tried as a juvenile. He'll get out in years instead of decades from a snafu. A time limitation snafu. I think a 30-day window passed. The DA wanted to charge him as an adult, but apparently didn't do the paperwork to get it done in time, and he'll only be able to charge him as a juvenile. Now, if you're Noah Hansard and his family, you've got to be ridiculously hurt by this, to say the least. Their son, their brother, their friend, paralyzed from the waist down. That's traumatic enough. The DA apparently dropping the ball and not getting this juvenile the proper paperwork done where he would be tried as an adult. The time limitation to do it has passed. Wide Open Wednesday edition of the program. You're the show producer. Rouse's Markets phone lines 504-766-9480. What was the name of the hotel where the Chick-fil-A is on Tulane and Carrollton? The Fontainebleau. What was there before the hotel? Pelican Stadium. What was the major cause of the hotel's demise? What was the major cause of the hotel's demise? One of the callers said prostitution. The major cause of the hotel's demise, that brought in the prostitution indirectly. Prostitution was a direct result of what the major cause of the hotel's demise was. What was the major cause of the hotel's demise? No, that caused the hotel to shut down, and then prostitution came and other things that weren't pleasant. Hey, are you on the Causeway right now? Why don't you pick up the phone and fire in a to-go order to Trey Inn? They're opening up right now for the night. 985-626-4476. 626-4476. Mom, dad, the kids, everyone loves a big to-go order from Trey Inn in Mandeville. Or dine in, foot of the Causeway Bridge. Easy for you North Shore folks, and just 25 short minutes from Lakeside Shopping Center. Don't forget the Tong Cho sauce. So good. Not Chinese food, Chinese cuisine. Trey Inn in Mandeville. Wide Open Wednesday edition of the program. Corey Johnson with you. 5 o'clock power hour. Coming your way next. Yeah, what was the major cause of the Fontainebleau Hotel on Tulane and Carrollton to fade out? What was the main cause of its demise? One main reason, basically happening in the late 60s, early 70s, caused their bottom to fall out. What's that, Blue Boy? 5 o'clock power hour is next. Yeah, you're right, buddy. What? Young's Dry Cleaning. If you're looking to experience the best dry cleaner, yeah, Blue Boy, what? Young'sDryCleaning.com. They're the best. What'd you say, buddy? A New Orleans tradition since 1940, over 80 years. You're right on the money. Young'sDryCleaning.com. 5 o'clock powwow now.
For years, you've been hearing about the virtues of Springfield Wellness Center and their successful treatment of over 1,000 individuals who overcame their substance addiction. Now it's your turn. Here's Springfield's founder, Paula Norris Metier.
Our Brain Restoration Plus Detox Treatment is an intravenous nutritional supplement that restores the brain's chemical imbalances. Our patients detox with minimal withdrawal symptoms. It also blocks the craving, which is unbelievable and which is why most people say they have a hard time believing, but it restores neuron function. Many treatment programs use one drug to get you off of another drug. At Springfield, we treat the problem. Addiction is first a brain disease. If you or a loved one suffer from substance abuse, please just give us a call.
Put your addiction behind you. Call Springfield Wellness Center now. 504-291-2800. That's 291-2800.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City. Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Where can you find shish kebab in New Orleans? Lamb, beef, chicken, shrimp, plus all your other Mediterranean favorites. Lebanon's Cafe on the streetcar line. Lunch, dinner, and shish kebab. Lebanon's Cafe.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day, by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art & Eyes. Art & Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art & Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
For home surveillance, it's Tommy's Lock and Alarm. With smart home technology, control lights, locks, cameras, thermostat, and your alarm, all from your phone or laptop. Smart, safe, secure. Tommy's Lock and Alarms. Google them.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, the premier day spa experience, is now more convenient than ever. Now open, the Woodhouse Day Spa, Metairie location, West Esplanade at Transcontinental. Metairie and Kenner's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa.
When you think of Fury's restaurant in Metairie, you think about their daily lunch specials like red beans and rice, black-eyed peas, white butter beans, liver and onions. Daily lunch specials. Fury's restaurant in Metairie.
When a young man comes in and they walk into our store and you can see they're a little intimidated. Last week, I saw the young man. I said, hey, what can I do to give you a hand? And he said, well, I'm here for an engagement ring, but I don't think I'm in the right place. So I got him to my desk, and within an hour, he had purchased an engagement ring, had spent $1,000, and he was treated like he spent a lot more, and I'm sure we have a customer for life. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
A thunder of jets in an open sky, a streak of gray, and a cheerful...
I love Rocky and Bullwinkle. Grew up on this stuff, man. Rocky, Bullwinkle, Jetsons, Flintstones, Johnny Quest. High quality.
Rocket J. Squirrel, with his pal...
So well written. These guys were smart.
And a host of others.
Was a host of characters.
Hurry, Bullwinkle! The show's about to start!
I'm coming as fast as I can.
Rocky J. Squirrel is correct. The show is about to start. More specifically, the 5 o'clock power hour. Yeah, you right. On a wide open Wednesday, Christmas week. Right now, around 50 degrees. Tomorrow at this time when we're doing the program, it'll be around 67 degrees. Closing in on 70, almost summertime-ish. And then a bomb goes off. The Enola Gay opens its Bombay doors and drops Little Boy. About a 40-degree drop in temperature from like 67 to 27. Is that crazy or what? Saturday, the low is 25. Saturday's high temperature, 37. 37 is the high on Saturday. Low of 25. We'll freeze overnight on Saturday night, on Sunday night too. And then Monday morning, wake up freezing and then come out of it and never look back. Hopefully the one and only freeze of the season, but we're just in December. We got January, February, even March. Got a lot of wintry mix potential in front of us. But yeah, going to be cold after tomorrow where we hit a high of 67. Crazy. Then a 40-degree temperature drop. Nutty. Yeah, just starting tomorrow afternoon, after we hit 67, just starts dropping. Dropping. A few degrees every hour. Hey, this 5 o'clock hour brought to you by Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. Hey, guys, Friend & Company Fine Jewelers has exactly what you want for her for Christmas this Sunday. Friend & Company Fine Jewelers open on Maple Street in between Broadway and Carrollton Avenue. Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. They've been there nearly 50 years. Yeah, you truly do have a friend in the jewelry business. Tuesday through Saturday or by private appointment. Something special, something unique for her that you'll find nowhere else. Finest quality, enduring value, hand-selected, New Orleans family-owned. Friendandcompany.com. Check them out on Maple Street. And by the way, guys, when you're getting her a diamond, make sure it's a natural diamond, something that's 1 billion years old that the earth created, something special, unique, limited, that appreciates in value. Don't make the wrong call. This holiday season, more than any in the history of diamond sales, different stores, different outlets are pushing these man-made diamonds. Diamonds that are made in 3 weeks by a machine, not 1 billion years by Mother Nature. Something that decreases in value. Something that is the market is getting flooded by these man-made diamonds. No, I'm not going to say they're worthless, but they eventually could be close to worthless. Going down in value, nothing like a natural diamond. Don't be fooled. The jewelry stores that are pushing man-made diamonds have one agenda: making a lot of man-made profits. That's it. That's it. They'll put a man-made diamond next to a natural diamond, show you the price differences, different quality, and basically fool you into buying an inferior product for their benefit, not yours. When you're getting her a diamond this year, Friend and Company Fine Jewelers on Maple Street in between Broadway and Carrollton, where you'll find natural diamonds over 1 billion years old. Friend and Company Fine Jewelers. You know, I talk about producing tomorrow's radio shows today. I've heard at least 2 different jewelry stores talking now about that. One jewelry store that pushes man-made diamonds is even mentioning, we have natural diamonds too if you want to choose that route. They got 2 natural diamonds and thousands of man-made diamonds. Which one do you think they want to sell you? Yeah, don't get fooled. Now, I've been pushing this narrative for the last 6 months or so outside of Friend and Company Fine Jewelers. I mean, one of the reasons Friends and Company Fine Jewelers is a part of this program, because Ken Friend heard me talking about man-made diamonds, natural diamonds, 1 billion years old versus depreciating, 3 weeks old, appreciating in value versus depreciating in value. And he was like, man, you're the perfect guy. You understand what I do. You understand these diamonds. I'd love you to talk about Friend and Company Fine Jewelers. And since I got my Breitling watch, my Breitling Colt right here from Friend and Company Fine Jewelers, priced right. I love, this is the entry-level Breitling. I like the kind of no frills, sort of basic design. I got the rubber band with the metal clasp. I love my Breitling watch. Durable, tough, water resistant, good looking. Yeah, your Breitling watch headquarter, Friend and Company Fine Jewelers on Maple Street in between Broadway and Carrollton. What a great neighborhood that is. Wide open Wednesday edition of the program. Corey Johnson with you. Yeah, you right. Still got a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate to give away. Gave away a few last hour. The Chick-fil-A on Tulane and Carrollton is killing it. It's like a parking lot. It used to be a parking lot for which hotel built in the late 50s, early 60s? We got an answer, the Fontainebleau Hotel. A really good answer. Fontainebleau Hotel and Motor Lodge. I think that's what it was called. And then what was in the hotel spot before it was the hotel? Pelican Stadium, the baseball park. Got a great call talking about Matt Lerman and Home Plate Inn. Wow. What was the major cause of the Fontainebleau going away as a hotel? What was the number one reason, the demise of the Fontainebleau? Late 60s, early 70s, it just started fading away because of one major thing that came into play in New Orleans. What was the major cause of the Fontainebleau Hotel on Tulane and Carrollton's demise? Give me the answer to that. I got 50 big bucks for you at the Woodhouse Day Spa. I'll give you a hint. Same reason for the demise of all those motor lodges, those motels up and down Airline Highway. We mentioned Jimmy Swaggart last hour. Where did he used to go? The San Antonio Inn. There's still a couple of those hotels operating. When I was a kid, there must have been 20 of them on Airline Highway. And then slowly but surely starting to just go away, deteriorate, close, torn down, strip malls, replacing them with other businesses, whatever. There's still a handful going back to that era. There'll be when New Orleans was like Hollywood South, I guess, pre-Katrina, a little bit after Katrina, a lot of those seedy scenes would be shot at some of those motels on Airline and different TV shows and movies and the like. Anyway, those motels shutting down and closing, same reason the Fontainebleau. What was the major cause of that? Give me the answer. I got 50 big bucks for you just in time for the holidays at the Woodhouse Day Spa. Guys, it's what she wants. Christmas is Sunday. If you still have not gotten her a gift, And you're sitting there going, man, what am I going to get her? Is she going to like it? You know what you get her? A day of relaxation at the city's premier day spa, the Woodhouse Day Spa. Is she going to like it? She's going to love it. She's going to love it. I got 50 big bucks for you. Rouse's Markets phone lines to participate in the show on this wide open Wednesday. 504-766-9480. 766-9480. What was the major cause of the Fontainebleau Hotel on Tulane and Carrollton? Its demise, why it eventually was shuttered. What caused the downward spiral of it ceasing to be a viable hotel? Give me the answer to that. 50 big bucks at the Woodhouse Day Spa is yours. A UNO student, 24-year-old Noah Hansard, during an attempted robbery, shot and paralyzed from the waist down. 16-year-old Cruz Matute, the DA, Jason Williams, was supposed to do some paperwork within 30 days that he promised he was going to try him as an adult, not as a juvenile. The paperwork wasn't filed. The 30-day time period passed. He cannot be tried now as an adult. If found guilty, and he will be found guilty, he'll get years instead of decades. And there's something very wrong about that. Corey Johnson with you. Don't move.
Super discount store in Chalmette.
3235 Paris Road.
The lowest price allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and beer.
Worth the drive from anywhere.
If you're throwing a party and need wine, alcohol, and cold beer, super discount store in Chalmette.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day. By river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
For us, it's really relationships. And if you care about the relationship, you're going to do the right thing for the customer all the time. When we're in design process of a custom-made piece, I have a test that says, if I wouldn't give this to my wife, I think we should pass and start over. If it's not perfect, it's going back to the shop. We're going to start all the way over. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the calamari fritti or spaghetti and meatballs. Lunch Monday to Friday, dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets, a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro.
For over 30 years, one of the premier security companies in New Orleans and South Louisiana has been Tommy's Lock and Alarms. And right now, Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring. Come and work for one of the best security companies in the region with great pay, great benefits, and a take-home vehicle.
Tommy's Lock and Alarms is hiring, and they're looking for you. To apply for one of these coveted positions, go online to tommyslockанdalarms.com. Tommy's Lock and Alarms.
Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, full or part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
Custom window treatments can enhance the look and value of your home. At Helm Paint and Decorating, we're proud to offer custom plantation-style window shutters by Scandia. Perfect for any window, including large frames, French doors, sliding doors, and arches. American-made SL300 shutters are available in many colors to match your personal decor. We'll come out to measure, and you'll receive fast delivery. Plus, they're virtually maintenance-free.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore led us steer you in the right direction.
Helm Paint and Supply.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson, where the grass hasn't been cut in weeks or months. There's a lot of trash and garbage on the neutral ground, maybe even a person or two taking a nap. And oh, someone didn't pick up the dog
Yeah, you're right. You are on the neutral ground with me. Every weekday afternoon, 2 big hours on the radio, 90 minutes of fun on TV. That means about 10 more minutes on TV. We go till 6 o'clock on radio, live streaming, CoreyTalks.com. We're on YouTube, Anchor, iTunes, Spotify. Tomorrow would be a good day to get some painting in. Get to Helm Paint and Decorating, one of their 7 locations in the morning. We're going to hit 67 degrees. Knock out that paint project tomorrow. Because over the next few days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, no painting getting done. But you folks, when it's cold on Friday and Saturday, a lot of you may not be working on Friday because they're giving you the day off because it's going to be so cold. The 7 Helm Paint and Decorating locations will be open. Even though it's too cold to slap some of that high-quality Benjamin Moore paint on your house, it's not too cold to pick out the colors, get all your supplies, pick up the paint, and get it ready for next week, when it's going to be sunny and perfect painting weather. Helm Paint and Decorating. Yeah, they got you covered in Metro New Orleans and have had it going for 1969, late 1969, 1970, over 50 years, over half a century. Still family owned and operated. Helm Paint and Decorating. When you paint New Orleans, that's a no-brainer. Everybody knows Helm. Everybody knows Helm. Yeah, 50 right now. Tomorrow at this time, it'll be about 67. But right about this time, it'll be peaking out and we'll be at the top of the hill and it'll start going down. A few degrees an hour over about a 24, 30-hour period. 40 degrees, maybe 40-plus degrees in temperature drop from like 67 to like 27. Saturday, the low is 25. Saturday's high, 37. That's it. No, very strange, wintry mix, kind of Minnesota almost type weather in New Orleans over the weekend. A lot of folks are going to be hunkering down. Over 60 Rouse's locations. Get to your Rouse's. Get all your supplies for the weekend because you're not going anywhere. Crazy weather. Ukraine President Zelenskyy met with the president of the United States, Joe Biden, at the White House. About an hour and a half ago, they had a press conference with the media, both with a statement and then answering questions. Tonight, I believe around 7:30, in a couple of hours, Zelenskyy will address Congress, the Senate, and the House on Capitol Hill. And then right after that, I don't even know if he's getting a good meal in D.C., jumping on a plane and beelining back to Ukraine. UNO student Noah Hansard. Keep Noah Hansard in your thoughts and prayers over this holiday season. 24 years old. A 16-year-old, Cruz Matute, attempted robbery, shot him. Hansard's now paralyzed from the waist down, so keep him in your thoughts and prayers. And if that's not bad enough, to add even more insult to injury, DA Jason Williams dropping the ball. There was a 30-day window to file the correct paperwork where Cruz Matute would be charged as an adult. The 16-year-old be charged as an adult. The paperwork was not filed in time. He'll be charged as a juvenile. He will be found guilty of attempted murder of Noah Hansard, and he'll get years in jail instead of decades in jail. And as I said, going into the last break, there is something very, very wrong with that. So keep Noah Hansard's family, friends, Noah, in your thoughts and prayers over this holiday season. They've got enough on their plate to deal with. And now this. Corey Johnson with your holiday season. Guys, she wants to go to the Woodhouse Day Spa. Problem solved. What do I get her? A day of relaxation at the city's premier day spa, the Woodhouse Day Spa. 4 area locations. If I were you, I recommend going to one of the 4 locations. That lobby foyer area, get one of the folks at the counter to help you. Get her a little gift bag full of candles and bath salts and moisturizers and things like that she'll love. She'll love the gift bag, but you want to know what she'll even like more, guys? Because she's not like us. We're materialistic. She'll love the thought that you cared and went out of your way thinking of her and got her this little ditty bag. Yeah, I recommend going to one of the 4 area Woodhouse Day Spa locations. Mid-City, New Orleans, Metairie near North Kenner. They're on the North Shore, a second location on the North Shore coming early next year in Mandeville. And they're in Baton Rouge by the Mall of Louisiana. Go to one of those locations. Get the little bag with the tissue paper and the, card and the ribbon and all that stuff. She'll love it. And top it off with, of course, that full-blown day of relaxation at the city's premier day spa, the Woodhouse Day Spa. It's what she wants, guys. Problem solved. Christmas is Sunday. What are you waiting for? You can do a virtual tour, even print your own gift certificates online. NOLA.woodhousespas.com. NOLA.woodhousespas.com. I got 50 big bucks for you at the Woodhouse. Gave away a few Woodhouse Day Spa $50 Woodhouse gift certificates last hour. Man, I'm pulling a Joe Biden this show. Lots of fumbling and bumbling, like Biden with his speech earlier today. The Chick-fil-A on Tulane and Carrollton's killing it. It's like a parking lot. It was a parking lot for which hotel back in the 50s and 60s? We got the answer, the Fontainebleau Hotel. What was on that site before was a hotel? We got the answer, Pelican Stadium. Then I asked, what was the cause of the hotel's demise? One major factor in New Orleans that caused the Fontainebleau Hotel to basically cease being a hotel. And there were a bunch of motels on Airline Highway. Same fate for the same exact reason. Why? What was the reason? Rouse's Markets phone lines, 504-766-9480. 766-9480. Last hour, someone called and said prostitution. That's what shut down the hotel. I gave him a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. That isn't the answer, but the reason, the cause of the demise of those hotels, that lured in prostitution. That was a secondary thing, an incidental. What was the major cause of the Fontainebleau Hotel going out of business? Its demise, ceasing to exist. One major reason. Give me the answer. I got 50 big bucks for you at the Woodhouse Day Spa. Area code 504. Rouse's Markets phone lines, 766-9480. 766-9480. Thanks so much for finding us on the radio. Oh, so fine, 93.9 FM. Live streaming, CoreyTalks.com. Audio, video streaming. A few months ago, we picked up YouTube. We're on YouTube. Check out our YouTube channel, Corey Johnson Neutral Ground. Click to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Doesn't cost a thing. Send the link to a friend or family member. Click on the thumbs up. Go to YouTube, in the search bar, put Neutral Ground Corey Johnson. Corey spelled K-A-A-R-E. You can email us, Corey@CoreyTalks.com. Yeah, we're also on television till 5:30, like right now. 2 big hours on radio, 2 big hours on YouTube, on Anchor, on Spotify, on iTunes. 90 minutes of fun on television. Every weekday afternoon, 4 to 5:30. You can check us out on Cox Channel 4 all over Louisiana, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Lafayette. Spectrum, Charter Channel 333, Slidell, Covington, Mandeville, Cheyenne Country. Yeah, you're right. Hammond, Houma, Thibodaux, even Opelousas, north of Lafayette, Cajun Country. Yeah, we're on TV till right now, 5:30. Hey, television audience, see you tomorrow straight up 4 o'clock. Thanks for being there. Radio audience, YouTube, live streaming. We continue till 6 p.m. Yeah, you right. Thanks so much for joining us. Cloudy today, no rain, just cloudy and overcast, windy, about 50 degrees. Not nasty, but not a nice day. Tomorrow, we're going to see some sun. Might get up to as high as like 66, 67. We'll definitely hit the mid-60s tomorrow. Somebody will be out in shorts and a short sleeve at this time tomorrow and not be stressing out. Until a few hours later when the temperatures start plummeting, starting tomorrow night. After we peak out tomorrow afternoon at like 67 degrees, it's going to start dropping a couple of degrees an hour. But the next 24, 30 hours, it's going to go down to around 25 degrees. Insane. Friday's overnight low is 27. Thursday's high is 67. That's a 40-degree temperature difference in, 24, 30 hours. Something like that, 24, 28, 30 hours. A 40-degree temperature drop. Saturday, the low temperature, 25 degrees in New Orleans. Orleans Parish, Saturday's low, 25 when you wake up in the morning. The middle of the day, 2, 3, 4 in the afternoon, it's going to be 37. That's the high on Saturday. 37 is the high. That's insane. No, we'll have overnight freezing on Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. And then Monday we'll come out of it and lots of sunshine too. Starting like Saturday on into next week as we, I don't want to say warm up, but it'll be very nice weather. A lot of sunshine after Saturday. Sunday through like the weekend will be gorgeous. But after we come out of the freeze and thaw on Monday, it'll be lots of 40s and 50s. And then by the end of next week, we might get into like low 70s again. Crazy. The roller coaster ride continues. Yeah, if you need heat help over this holiday weekend, River City's Total Maintenance, you're probably not going to need heat help. I'm probably not going to need heat help. I thought that about 6, 7 years ago. I wasn't even thinking about it. Easter Sunday, it was kind of warm. My air conditioning went out. I called River City's Total Maintenance on a Sunday, Easter Sunday. Phil came out and got my air conditioning working again. This weekend, someone watching, someone listening, their heat's not going to be working right, or worse, it's not going to work at all. You can't stay in the house when it's freezing outside. You call River City's Total Maintenance, the heat experts. Honest heating experts that come immediately. Honest heating experts that come immediately. If your heating goes out, it could be Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Christmas night, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, New Year's night. Don't stress out. NOLAAC.com. River City's Total Maintenance. Fair and Honest Lucas and the boys are on the way. NOLAAC.com. Remember that. You might need it. You probably won't, but you might. Heat help. NOLAAC.com. Corey Johnson with you. We broadcast every day from the Buddy Diliberto River City's Total Maintenance Studios. 50 big bucks to the Woodhouse still out there. What was the major cause of the Fontainebleau Hotel on Tulane and Broad, where that prosperous Chick-fil-A is now? What was the cause of that hotel's demise? Same thing for those airline highway, airline drive motels. Same reason they went under. What was the cause of those hotels' demise? Late 60s, early 70s. Give me the answer to that. I got 50 big bucks for you at the Woodhouse Day Spa. Ukraine President Zelenskyy in D.C. visiting with President Joe Biden. About an hour and 45 minutes ago, they had a little media press conference, statement, and then answering questions. Coming up in about an hour and 45 minutes, I believe around 7:30, Zelenskyy will address Congress, the House and the Senate. Billions of dollars. It's going to be close to 100 billion. 100 billion with a B. In military aid, health, all kind of redevelopment, infrastructure. About $100 billion in aid going to Ukraine from the United States. It's a lot of money. There's a lot more involved in it besides a sovereign country being invaded by Russia. It's, on the border. It's right in between Russia and Europe. It's part of Europe, obviously. All these countries around it are part of NATO. No, it's about protecting Ukraine's sovereignty. It's about not allowing, Hitler into Poland and then continuing. It's, Ukraine first, and then what's next? Crimea and this other region they want to take, and then what? Maybe the rest of the country eventually, and then maybe going into these other countries on the border. So it's a lot. It's about democracy, Europe, the United States, Western ideals, defeating Russia, and then indirectly, it's the United States fighting Russia in a war. It's Russian soldiers and Russian military might, their technology, their weaponry, fighting Ukrainian soldiers using our technology and our weaponry. And now Patriot missiles, that high-end defensive technology we're sending to them. The Patriot missiles knocking down a bunch of their missiles that they're firing at infrastructure like power plants and utilities and things of that nature to make the winter especially hard to, hopefully the Ukraine citizens will throw in the towel. That's what Russia's hoping for. Pathetic. So these Patriot missiles hopefully will knock down their defensive missile, knock down some of these Soviet missiles. You know what I'd like to see next? And this is like, well, Corey, you obviously want to see an escalation in the war. No, I want to see the war end soon. I'd like to see Ukraine hit a few targets inside of Russia. Knock out some Russian power plants and power stations. Show them what it's all about. What a nightmare. 300 days. Just a couple of months out from a full year that this war has been going on. Started last winter. We're fading into another winter now. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Hey, Fury's Restaurant in Metairie open till 9 p.m. tonight. I love that. It's like 8:30. You're like, man, I'm hungry. Most places are shutting down, won't let you in. Fury's will. And when it's cold, turtle soup and gumbo is a must. Onion rings, of course. The best fried seafood anywhere, but you can get it broiled, grilled, sauteed, flounder, snapper, speckled trout. All local, all fresh. It's tough to beat Fury's Restaurant in Metairie. They're open till 9 p.m. tonight. Fury's Restaurant in Metairie.
The city's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa with 4 area locations: New Orleans, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and Metairie. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. NOLA.woodhousespas.com.
Which Metro New Orleans area restaurant made CNN's top 50 in America and ThrillList.com's top 25 and has served presidents at the White House for over 40 years? Trey Yen in Mandeville.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, insagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, insagency.com.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Interlocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Interlocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Interlocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
At Home Paint and Decorating, our paints are in it for the long haul. In fact, our top Benchmore exterior paints come with a lifetime warranty. Not 25 years, not 50 years, we mean forever. You heard right. At Helm Paint, our top exterior paints have a lifetime warranty against chipping, peeling, and flaking. They also are mildew resistant. Imagine painting your home one time and being done with it. Visit any one of our locations today and make that once-in-a-lifetime purchase. Paint that has a lifetime warranty. Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
If you love Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City, you're going to love Bienvenue in Harahan. The same folks bringing a little of that New Orleans flavor to Hickory Avenue. If you love Katie's, come to Bienvenue on Hickory Avenue in Harahan.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
For years, you've been hearing about the virtues of Springfield Wellness Center and their successful treatment of over 1,000 individuals who overcame their substance addiction. Now it's your turn. Here's Springfield's Dr. Richard Medier.
For over 20 years, we've successfully treated patients with substance abuse issues and have also had success with patients suffering from chronic stress, depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder. We uniquely address restorative issues at the cellular level that impact mental health. We treat our patients with an intravenous nutritional supplement that helps restore various brain functions. Most of our patients have greatly reduced withdrawal symptoms. We work toward maximizing nutritional interventions while utilizing traditional medication interventions when needed. Our treatment works toward restoring the brain's health while returning the patient to a normal, dependent-free life.
Put your addiction behind you. Call Springfield Wellness Center now, 504-291-2800. That's 291-2800.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof, now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anywhere. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
When you think of Fury's Restaurant in Metairie, you think about the freshest local seafood anywhere. Shrimp, oysters, speckled trout, flounder, snapper, soft shells, crawfish. Fury's Restaurant in Metairie.
Being a part of people's lives, from an engagement ring to a wedding band. Before you know it, the wedding day is here and groom and bride are exchanging gifts on that day. And not too long after that, there's baby gifts to have. And I just enjoy being part of other people's family, saying, Mr. Friend did my engagement ring and he did my mom and dad's engagement ring. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art & Eyes. Art & Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art & Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
Yeah, you right. Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson back at you. A wide open Wednesday edition of the program. Rouse's Markets phone lines 766-9480. We were talking about the Fontainebleau Hotel, talking about Pelican Stadium, giving away some $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates. The Fontainebleau Hotel, Tulane and Carrollton, plus a lot of motels on Airline Highway. What was the cause of their demise? Why they slowly but surely went away, went out of business? There is one main reason. What is that main reason? Give me the answer. I got 50 big bucks at the Woodhouse for you. 766-9480. Rouse's Markets phone lines, area code 504-766-9480. Guys, it's holiday season. Christmas is Sunday. She wants a day of relaxation at the city's premier day spa, the Woodhouse Day Spa. Get her what she wants. It's a no-brainer. Speaking of Mid-City, we were talking about Pelican Stadium and then the Home Plate Inn across the street. Matt Lehrman's place, old school, full of New Orleans characters, old neighborhood joint. Katie's in Mid-City, just a few blocks down the street. That's as New Orleans as it gets. Why aren't you at Katie's right now, winding down your Wednesday? Great dinner, New Orleans eats, big portions, great for sharing. New Orleans specialties, old school, from po' boys to pizzas and a whole lot of other things. Seafood platters. Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City. Yeah, the Home Plate Inn, a bunch of New Orleans characters. That's Katie's. Let's head to the phone lines. Rouse's Markets phone lines. 504-766-9480. Curtis is in New Orleans. What up, Curtis?
How you doing, Corey?
Doing well, Curtis. Yourself?
Pretty good. I'd like to take a guess at that the hotels.
Yeah, why do you think the Fontainebleau closed down and Airline Highway hotels and motels all started bottoming out late 60s, early 70s, really, mid-70s? Why?
But maybe because of the interstate. Took the traffic off of Tulane and Airline toward the interstate.
The I-10 coming through?
I-10 coming through.
Curtis, that would be an excellent guess because you are correct.
Yeah, you right.
Ding,
ding, ding. What do we have for her, Johnny?
Happens like in any city, like the major I-10 or interstate comes through and the old state highway or federal highway kind of goes into disrepair. Look at Plank Road in Baton Rouge. That's one of the roughest stretches of road north of Government, north of Choctaw. Plank Road is rough in BR because it was the old, highway coming in and out of Baton Rouge. Tulane Airline, still kind of rough, Curtis, in a lot of parts, still stuck in like the 50s and 60s almost the way it looks. And you are exactly right. The I-10 shifting all the traffic coming in and out of the city off of Tulane and Airline. You're right on the money, Curtis. Excellent work. Hey, who's getting that $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate?
My wife.
Excellent. That's perfect. What you got going for Christmas, Curtis? Anything good?
Family and friends coming over.
Gotta like that, dude. That's what it's all about. Awesome. Good job, Curtis. I like the deductive reasoning. I like the guess. You nailed it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're right. Don't go anywhere, all right? That's Curtis in New Orleans. Jason, a.k.a. the Ragin' Cajun, a.k.a. the Man in Black. He wish he was the heat magnet this weekend. He's going to get some of Curtis's information, and we're going to tighten him up with a $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificate. Yeah, you right. What was the major cause of the Fontainebleau Hotel and all those Airline Highway hotels going out of business? I-10. All that traffic going off of the main thoroughfare into town, Airline and Tulane Avenue, to I-10. No, it's funny in Baton Rouge. I said yesterday, and I'm talking about in Louisiana, New Orleans too. Highland Road exit off of I-10, heading towards LSU's campus. It might be one of the most beautiful stretch of road in Louisiana. Just gorgeous. One lane in each direction, 2 lane just winding up and down right on Highland Road. It's on the Highland, right on the floodplain. Nicholson drives down in the floodplain. River Road down in the flood. Highland Road is up high. You can actually see there are houses on Highland, and their backyard goes down 20 or 30 feet. So it's like a little bluff. No, it's gorgeous. Winding road, big mansions and nice houses and neighborhoods and parks and playgrounds and woods and green space. It's gorgeous. And then about, 6 miles north of there, Plank Road, north of Choctaw especially, it's just like yesteryear Louisiana. It's like an archaeological dig. There'll be a place that was a car dealership, and then it became a used car dealership, and then it became a mechanic shop, a welding shop, then it became a church, and then it became a flea market. There's so many buildings on Plank Road in Baton Rouge. I'd say about, first off, my guess, from Choctaw almost to like Harding, I'd say about more than 50% of the buildings are abandoned and not anyone in them, like north of 50%. And of those 50%, about 80% of them need to just be demolished, torn down. They're not redo them and rebuild them and make them another business. There's no value to them. It's rough. I'd say a little rougher out there than, say, Chef Highway out in New Orleans East, or Airline Drive by the airport, or in Jefferson. It's amazing. One of the nicest streets, Highland Road. One of the worst streets, Plank Road. But when you build an interstate, I-110 is what sort of knocked Plank Road out of the loop. I-110 and I-10 knocked Plank Road and Airline Highway out of the loop in Baton Rouge. Hey, Lebanon's Cafe. Boy, is Lebanon's good. You can get a to-go order from Lebanon's, 862-6200. 862-6200. Some of the finest Middle Eastern food in Metro New Orleans. I picked up a to-go order from there just today. I've got leftovers in my refrigerator, some chicken shawarma, a little tabbouleh, fried football kibbe, so good. Yeah, I grabbed lunch. Carlina and Heba and the crew over there at Lebanon's Cafe. Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn, which means you old Jefferson, old Metairie folks, you're less than 5 minutes from Lebanon's when you get to Causeway and River Road. You get to Causeway and River Road, that intersection, that stoplight, you're less than 5 minutes from some of the finest Middle Eastern food in Metro New Orleans. And you folks in Mid-City, Uptown, Carrollton section, it's right there. Tonight for dinner, they're open till 9:30. Lebanon's Cafe.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day, by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
The city's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa with 4 area locations: New Orleans, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and Metairie. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. NOLA.woodhousespas.com.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
For home surveillance, it's Tommy's Lock and Alarms. With smart home technology, control lights, locks, cameras, thermostat, and your alarm, all from your phone or laptop. Smart, safe, secure. Tommy's Lock and Alarms. Google them.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love. More. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
When a young man comes in and they walk into our store and you can see they're a little intimidated. Last week, I saw the young man. I said, hey, what can I do to give you a hand? He said, well, I'm here for an engagement ring, but I don't think I'm in the right place. So I got him to my desk, and within an hour, he had purchased an engagement ring, had spent $1,000, and he was treated like he spent a lot more, and I'm sure we have a customer for life. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
Come on down to New Orleans' own Bourbon Street, the toilet of the Crescent City. Literally. Need to urinate? Pee right on one of the historic buildings. Need to vomit? It's okay. Throw up right in the street. Bourbon Street. Prostitution, drugs, strip joints, daiquiri shops, and trinket stores. The toilet of the Crescent City. Come on down. It's Bourbon Street.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Rouse's, New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's has the only full-service grocery stores both in the French Quarter on Royal Street and in the CBD on Baronne in the old Sewell Cadillac building. The Rouse's on the river, Tchoupitoulas at Napoleon, is in a century-old warehouse. And uptown on Ferret at the corner of Valence is Rouse's all-new boutique store. With 7 locations in Orleans Parish, Rouse's is New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's Markets. Taste like home.
At Helm Paint, we go the extra mile with free delivery anywhere in the metro area. In the middle of a job and short on paint? Call us and we'll come to you.
Short on time? Call in your order and pick it up in the drive-thru at our Earhart Boulevard location.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Going to be absurdly cold this weekend. You're going to be hunkering down. Over 60 Rouse's Markets. Over 20 in Metro New Orleans. Get to your Rouse's soon and get all the stuff you need so you can get out of the cold, stay hunkered down inside, and be comfortable Friday through Monday. Rouse's Market. Best quality, best price, best selection. Tastes like home. Rouse's Markets. You know how much I love the Office of Inspector General. Today, the New Orleans Office of Inspector General announced they've hired 9 new employees. What does the Office of Inspector General do? They prevent fraud, waste, abuse, and public corruption in New Orleans. My God, we're a broken city that is painfully inefficiently run. The OIG may be the single most important position in all of New Orleans city government. And it's really outside of city government, apolitical. They're in the federal building. No, their job is to scrutinize where public money is going, how it's being spent. Is it being spent efficiently? So 9 new employees to prevent fraud, waste, abuse, and public corruption. I love it. I love it. I love the OIG's office, the FBI, U.S. Attorney's office. No, there's too many political characters and people that have politically generated city contracts and the like. Got to stay on top of these jokers. The needs of the few should not outweigh the needs of the many. Hey, Fausto's Italian Bistro opened up at 5. They'll roll all the way till 9 p.m. tonight. Fausto's Italian Bistro on Vets tonight for dinner. Some of the city's best Sicilian and Italian. Fausto's Italian Bistro on Vets. What's that, Blue Boy? Am I going there tonight? And if so, bring you some leftovers. Blue Boy, you're unbelievable. Don't forget the Legal ID 93.9 FM New Orleans. Thank you, Blue Boy. What else? Thank Jason, the viewing and listening audience. What else? It's going to be 67 tomorrow and then 27 the next day. You're right, Blue Boy. You're glad you have a built-in fur coat. I hear you, buddy. See you tomorrow, straight up 4 o'clock Thursday. Yeah, you